Hello, and welcome to another edition of Sports Card ASMR. I'm the Sports Card Doctor, and we are very happy that you are with us here today on the channel that combines ASMR relaxation and sports card nostalgia. If you're new to the channel, we're so happy that you are here today, and we'd like you to stay. And to do that, you can hit the subscribe button or the link and enjoy all of our ASMR videos. Alright, we are going to do something a little different today, but also completely the same. It is something that involves sports cards. If I was to say we're going to do something completely different, and I was to put together a puzzle, or maybe clean my shoelaces, or balance my checkbook, which is an odd choice because I haven't touched my checkbook since 2008, that would be something different. But don't you worry, we got sports cards, and we got ASMR. But as always, I want to make sure we have a clean surface here today. The Sports Card Doctor does not like working on a dirty table. He did, though, watch the Christina Aguilera video Dirty several times when it played on MTV, and the one time it probably played on VH1 thanks to a clerical error. Alright, for you spray junkies, here is some water. Alright, let's clean the surface here. A lot of times in the edit, I like to remove some of the background sounds like airplanes or dogs barking in the neighbor's yard. It's a distraction to ASMR. Tonight I've decided to leave them in because I'm shooting this video late at night while I plane. It's not abnormal. The damn neighbor's dog is wide up, leaping awake. Them's the brakes, kid. Them's the brakes. Alright. I think that's a clean surface. We'll let that dry. Alright. Now, before we get to our main event, let's see what legend cards we are highlighting today. We're going to be opening up some packs, and when we open up packs, that means some of the cards we find inside could be added to our stack of legends, like Robin Ventura, Chicago White Sox third baseman. And I'm not going to make a joke to the Nolan Ryan fight. I've done that too many times, and I don't want to rub it in. If you become a human punching bag one time in your life, you can't live it down. It's probably exhausting. Oh, I think I just made one. Well, what about Dennis Eckersley? We just recently pulled him from a pack of 1992 Topps. The photo was from the 1991 season, but the mullet was from the 1987 season. A legend indeed. Perhaps we'll add to our stack of legend cards like the Pledge of Allegiance from the Desert Storm Pro Set collection under the category of Government. What a patriotic card. I'm saluting it right now. And then there's, well, that's not a baseball player, that's a Darth Maul 1/6 scale statue gentle giant card. I did just recently add this one to my collection thanks to the fine folks at Gentle Giant. But the fact that they send a little trading card with it is just icing on the cake. One of those kind of cakes that you eat and you're like, this is great icing. And then you kind of get sick. You're like, I should probably stop. But then you don't. You just keep eating the icing. And you think to yourself, what would 7-year-old me do? Yeah, he'd keep going too. And he's not going to let some icing sickness stop him. And you eat the cake and then you start to fall asleep, which is weird because you already left the party and you're driving home and you don't think you're going to make it. And then you get home and all the sugar kind of takes over. And then you fall asleep, but it's a painful headache-induced sleep. And when you wake up in the morning, you confess to whatever God you believe in, your sins, and you proclaim, I'm never going to do that again. It's kind of like that. And then there's a true Jedi, Steeler legend, and I do mean legend, Mark Malone. Will we add to these stack of legends here? We shall see. All right, and what we're going to do today, and what I mean by being different is, we've got 2 boxes of baseball cards. 1987 tops and 1991 tops. I've had these boxes for a very long time, well before the sports card doctor decided to make ASMR videos based on the baseball cards that were clogging up his closet. In fact, you might have watched our video on this 1987 box, or the video on this 1991 box, the video in which we repaired said box. But today, we're going to go through these packs, find out what is there for us, and just see where the cards take us. Which means we're going to start crinkling right here, right now. I don't remember when I acquired these boxes of cards. This was well after my collecting days were done. And I think I was in some sort of shop and thought, you know what would be great? Just a box of cards that I don't really need. And the fact, as you can see, that I did it twice speaks volumes of the quality of my life. Now, when I was a kid, in 1987, I'd go down to the Costco in Santa Maria, California, take my hard-earned allowance, and I'd buy a box of these cards. That was a great accomplishment as a collector, 12 years of age, in 1987 and 88. Because when you open this up, you would see a world of possibilities. So many cards, so many heroes to pull out. 1991, 1987. Let's look at some memories, and let's do this rapidly. Schatzeder, Mitch Williams, Jim Rice Allston, Frank Tanana, Fernando Valenzuela. Bobby Bonilla, little off-center. Davy Lopes, a record breaker, don't you know? Pete Ladd. Ken Howe, a spring training baseball fever card. Pete O'Brien, manager extraordinaire. Bob Brenly. Reds leaders with Pete Rose. That turned out well for them. Jerry Mumphrey. Scott Terry. Jody Davis, an all-star catcher. Kelly Gruber. And Bob Tewksbury, then playing for my New York Yankees. Tewksbury gained some fame for being a pretty good pitcher later on with the St. Louis Cardinals, but also a bit of a cartoonist. What a talent. All right, let's see what we can get from a 1991 pack. Gum, don't you worry. Right, I like the design of the 91 tops. Alright, another instant win card. Alright, Will Clark, I love this card. We already have it. Kelly Gruber, look at the Kelly Gruber fans are rejoicing today. Mike Blowers, who once made 4 errors in 1 inning for the New York Yankees. Juan Berenger, World Series winner. Julio Franco, I think he's still playing. A checklist, the blue balls of card collecting. Atlee Hammaker, who gave up that grand slam to Fred Lynn in the All-Star game. When that was at 83. Tim Burke. Benito Santiago. This was one of the coolest cards. If you got this card, you rejoiced. David Segui, up-and-comer. A lot of people thought this was the future for the Orioles. He had a nice career, ended up with the Mets. Look at those dirty knees. All right, that's a ball player right there. Charlie Hayes, his son Key Brian Hayes, doing great for the Pirates. I love Charlie Hayes because he got, yes, that's right, the final out of the 1996 World Series. Carlos Baerga, great superstar whose star absolutely fell fast. And that's the way it goes sometimes. Scott Bradley, Mookie Wilson, little roller behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight and the Mets win it. Oh, the memories. Reggie Harris. All right, let's see if we're going to keep any of these cards for legend status. We've already pulled some of these cards, so I apologize if it looks like that one. I have a lot of Will Clarks from 1991 tops. All right, we stack that here. 87 tops. You know, we'll keep that Gruber. Let's do that. No. Brenly's still a player. Such a weird time to think of that. All right. Definitely that Bobby Bonilla. Definitely that Fernando. Tanana, great pitcher. I like this Mitch Williams. This is a Mitch Williams rookie card. We're gonna see what that will do us one day. All right, let's go back to 1987 tops. Do some rapid crinkles. Let's see what we get. I'd love to pull a Canseco, maybe a Mark McGuire. Look at that. Gum stuffed Jim Gantner. Jim Gantner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's split the difference here. Go from there. There we go. Jim Gantner, look at that. Look at that. Look into his eyes. Look into his eyes right there. Jim Gantner in this photo was probably 31 years of age. Look at this. Look at those glasses, the mustache, the hair poofing out the side of the hat. That is a 57-year-old retired card salesman. But he's a baseball player. Reggie Williams. Bert be home by 11. Look how young he looked there. Jay Timms, Milt Thompson, Jim Presley, T.R. Brighton, the late great Tony Fernandez. Enjoy that card. Mike Trujillo, the Rangers leader card. Dave Concepcion at the end of his run there. Jeff Robinson, no-hitter pitcher Juan Nieves. Craig McMurtry. Turn back the clock to Reggie Jackson. What I love about that is I thought this turn back the clock to 1977 was a look back on an absolute ancient card, but it was only 10 years prior before this came out. Hey, the late great Roger Craig, speaking of great giant managers, and Gary Templeton, man traded for, that's right, Ozzie Smith. Good note here, Gary and his wife are parents of 3 children. Nice to know that Gary went 3 for 3. All right, let's open up another pack of cards here. $1991, maybe a Frank Thomas? Ken Griffey Jr. would be nice. Broken gum. All right. Yeah, let's see. Oh, look at that. We got ourselves a legend. Doing the fast crinkles today for all of you. All right. Instant win. There we go. Eric Anthony, up-and-comer at the time there. Another one of these goddamn checklists. Fred Lynn at the end of his legendary career. Larry Walker, Gold Cup rookie. Well, we are going to treat this one with the respect that it deserves, and I'm going to put that over here. All right. Hall of Famer. There we go. Danny Jackson. Mike Fetters, great closer. Cecil Fielder. Actually, at this point in his career, he's coming off the big 51 home run season. This is a great card. This made you very popular at your school if you got that card. I'm going to set that over there. Ricky Henderson. I don't believe I've pulled this one from my box of 1991 Topps. All-time leader in many categories, including leadoff, home runs, and speaking in the third person. We got Darryl Ackerfelds, Dwight Smith, up-and-comer at the time. Jay Bell, underrated player, had some big seasons with the Pirates, Diamondbacks, Royals. Pete Harnisch, one of the up-and-comers. A lot of people thought he might be the big superstar, not Kurt Schilling. I wonder what Pete Harnisch thinks about the political scene. There's Edgar Diaz, Tom Gordon, another one of my favorite players during this era. Great pitcher, had a reputation for being small or tiny. He was the same height as me, so I don't think he was that tiny. All right, and Willie Blair there. One thing I like about the 91 Topps is they really made use of this like horizontal kind of approach here. Very nice artistic choice. All right, treat these legends with respect. All right, we're gonna do a couple more packs here. I'm just having fun going through the packs. I hope you are too. We've got pricing videos on the way. We've got more cutting videos. And for you really big ASMR fans, we are going to do the cranial nerve exam on Pat LaFontaine. I have that card. We're going to do it. Just getting ready. I'm watching the video over and over to try to get it right. All right. 87. 87 Topps. 87 Topps. All right. Oh, that gum is on. Oh my God. That was. All right, 87 legend tops here. What do we got? Ah, a legend and a twilight of his career, Vita Blue. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that long career there. What a nice long career. The Oakland A's, the Royals for a while. Ran into a little bit of legal trouble, shall we say. Came back, finished up with the Giants late in his career. Vita Blue. There's Lee Lacy. Another legend towards the end of his career, Ron Guidry. In fact, I'm going to set that one aside because I am a fan. It's Kurt Ford, Juan Espino, Ron Darling, superstar at this point. Brett Saberhagen. This is a great card here. We might have to price these cards one day. Mike Maddox, brother of Greg, mustache of his own. Ray Quinones, Terry Poole, Dave Henderson. He about a year removed from making waves with the Oakland Athletics. Manny Lee, Rick Anderson, Braves leaders, and Kirk Gibson. Look at this. 1987 Topps Kirk Gibson. And my guy Donnie Baseball. Look at that mustache. That is the mustache of a superstar. And Jeff Heron there. Jeff was a catcher, yeah. Little cup of coffee guy. I'm going to put that Kirk Gibson aside here. Look at this. We got some legends coming in here. All right. This pack of 91 Topps. Pulling some great cards here. We're pulling some great cards. Sutcliffe, you know what? Not a Hall of Famer, but at the time, this was, you just pulled an ace. You know what I mean? Dave Magadan, I love Dave Magadan cards. He was considered a superstar for a while, even though he hit about 3 home runs a season. I think I could have hit 4 if I closed my eyes and cried on every pitch. Jack Savage. Sounds like a private investigator from some dime store novel, huh? I'm Jack Savage, and I'm going to solve the murder while giving up a 3-run home run to Cal Ripken Jr. Who are we kidding? Probably Billy Ripken. Tom Bagnozzi. I like what Tom's doing here. He's like, hey, I got the ball. I tagged him out. Do you want this? Can I keep it? I like collecting. I got Mark Lemke out. Can I hold on? I see. I'm looking for validation. Coming up short here. All right. Bob Malacki, Orioles. Another Tony Fernandez. Legend that he was. Great fielder. Oscar Azokar. Look at this card. This is a great, fun card. Do you like to have fun in your baseball card collecting? This is your guy, Oscar Azokar. I remember Oscar. He was a former pitcher. I do remember that. He switched, came up. 5 home runs, 19 RBIs in this horrible 1990 season for the Yankees. One of those guys that gave us a flash of light in dark times, but was not the last. Here's future star Tim McIntosh, except for he wasn't. Another instant win. Hey, future Yankee legend Paul O'Neill. We're going to set that one aside. Colby Ward, Rick Mailer, former Atlanta ace, who, quite frankly, looks confused that he's on the mound. All-star card for Carlton Fisk. I enjoy that there. It's a good card. Johnny Ray, Jim Leyland. You can almost smell the cigarette smoke wafting off this card. Hall of Famer. And Jeff Russell was a very good closing pitcher for the Rangers during this era. An era in which 98% of baseball players had that mustache. All right. Let's see here. We're going to close these boxes. And we're going to get that. Let's see if there's any cards that we want to keep here in our Legends stack. These are cards that I feel as though I won't get again, or cards I want to look at when I'm bored on my lunch break from being a sports card doctor. I'm going to keep this Burt Blyleven. Alright, and then we forgot these ones over here. I like the Will Clark, but we already have a few. Okay, I think we're good to go on those. Now, let's see if we've got gum that will snap or moist gum that will just kind of slowly rip apart. Oh, that's a good snap. This piece is really sticky. That's what she said. All right, I told myself not. I wouldn't do that. I told myself I wouldn't do that. Gotta stop doing that. Oh, a little moist. Oh, oh no. Oh, oh, that was something. Almost done here. Okay. Let's see what legends we got that we're keeping forever. I'll never throw these away or burn these in a fire in my backyard and watch with some kind of off-putting glee. Burt Blyleven, Carlton Fisk All-Star Card, Paul O'Neill, Kirk Gibson, Donnie Baseball, Brett Saberhagen, Ron Guidry, Tom Gordon, Ricky Henderson, Cecil Field, Larry Walker, Gold Cup rookie, Mitch Williams looking like a lost freshman at his first day of high school, Fernando Valenzuela, Bobby Boney, Kelly Grover, some memories? Do we make memories here today? I think we did. Thank you for watching. Again, consider subscribing. We've got price guide videos on the way. We've got sports card doctor videos on the way. And yes, the cranial nerve exam of Pat LaFontaine will be coming soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, the sports card doctor.